Okay, are we live? What up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here, and one day I'm gonna be your favorite Darktide partner once again. All right, now, many of you have heard that the Xbox release of Darktide is coming, but did you know that there's also a major class overhaul? Several other partners have already covered this. I'm late on the bandwagon, but I have to say that I am really impressed with this update. And honestly, I will be returning to Darktide. I stopped playing around May to work on my other projects, also because there really wasn't any content for me to deliver up till then. But this major relaunch is just absolutely stunning, and you will be able to catch me back on the Morningstar very soon. So, let's talk about it. I'm ready to check this out. What they're doing here in this latest communication from Fat Shark is that they're doing a deep dive into the talent trees, all right? And I want to explore them with you. What makes this so interesting is the nature of these talent trees. Let's read it together, and let's go through it together and we can talk about it. Leave your comments on this video. I want to hear what you think. If you're returning to Darktide like me, let me know. If you're not, that's also okay. I will entice you to return. Catch my streams because we are going to have a blast. I'm going to be bringing in new people if I can. It's going to be a good time. Check this out. So for the veteran, when they first released Darktide, they wanted to provide a solid template background, striving to capture the core of the guardsman experience. Alright, veteran sharpshooter. A soldier with a rifle, simple, approachable, frag grenade, easy. They wanted to expand the build space into more support roles, using leadership and officers of the Astra Militarum as inspiration. There were early prototypes of a squad leader subclass based on the original release format lying around, so scavenging some abilities and the crack grenade implementation was a solid start for them. They wanted to allow veterans to also lean into more aggressive, close to melee range assault infantry power fantasies. So that started to be known as the commando side of things. And then basically that's how they designed the entire tree. The initial designs for the veteran talent tree included weapon-specific keystones, with the plasma rifle, bolter, and power sword as the first set. It's supposed to be a bolt gun, not a bolter, but regardless, whatever. The idea was to create specific bonuses for different playstyles while introducing mutual exclusivity between them. After multiple iterations and some close testing feedback, they ended up removing the weapon-specific keystones. In the end, any weapon-specific node ends up either offsetting the entire balance of a particular weapon or becoming a mandatory talent tax. Neither was impressively interesting. Johnny, if you test this, you're awesome, okay? They've ended up with a veteran talent tree that provides a suitably rigid layout with 3 clear lanes. They have tuned the talent tree to allow flexibility, where zigzagging across different lanes is not just an option, but encouraged. There are clear tinkering spaces where talent options and stat nodes enable builds ranging from pure range damage output, suppression immunity and resilience, melee loadouts with stamina configurations, and plenty of others in between. The staple features of ammo management and extra grenades are still present, and are integrated into parts of the tree. Creating a well-rounded or very specific build for your veteran is up to you, with clear and straightforward build options available and lots of tinkering hidden in the talent clusters and bridges between lanes. Alright. Okay, fair enough. Combat abilities. Executioner's Stance. Okay, so this probably is the replacement for Volifier. You enter a ranged stance for 5 seconds, instantly equip ranged weapon, deal extra range damage and weak spot damage, spread and recoil greatly reduced. Elite enemies and specialist enemies are highlighted for 5 seconds, base cooldown 25 seconds. This is an augmented version of Volley Fire. Voice of Command replenishes toughness and staggers all enemies within 9 meters, base cooldown 45 seconds. Infiltrate, replenish all toughness and enter stealth for 6 seconds, gaining 25% move speed. Leaving stealth suppresses nearby enemies. Attacking makes you leave stealth, base cooldown is 60 seconds. Huh, very interesting. This would allow a veteran to really sneak up and be some assault dude. Fair enough. Blitz abilities. Shredder Frag Grenade. Okay. Applies 6 stacks of bleed. Smoke Grenade. Creates a lingering smoke cloud for 10 seconds. The cloud blocks line of sight for most enemies and reduces the sight range for enemies inside it. Crack Grenade. Throw a grenade that deals devastating damage. Sticks to flak armored, carapace armored, and unyielding enemies. Okay. So you can literally stick an enemy and then run the heck away. That's pretty damn interesting. Okay, cool. Now, I had initial concerns when I saw the talent tree, but I love what they've done here. So you can go from any tree and pick a grenade ability and then move on after that. Okay, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I'm down with that. I'm down with this kind of tree because it shows that you can have clear options, choose whichever ability you like. Like if I want to start with this tree, I can go down here if I want to. Oh man, I like that. I like that. Cool. This is a very, very good design. I'm glad something told me, maybe it was the Emperor himself. He told me, don't record your video now. Don't record your video immediately. Wait. And waiting for this was worth it because now it is every power fantasy we've dreamed of and customizability up the wazoo. I like it. Let's keep going. Okay, Zealot. The original class was designed to showcase the melee gameplay and provide a familiar home for our Vermintide veterans. Okay, so they had a stun grenade, charge ability, blah, 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 blah. The first thing they set out to solve was the realization of the bolstering prayer fantasy. The ability to act as a solemn anchor for the team, the source of faith, the reminder that the Emperor protects, providing players with the opportunity of supporting and buffing the rest of the team. Quite a challenge from the design standpoint. In one fork of the tree, we landed on Zealots having a classic ability and buffed the impact of it to allow for better control, including staggering of monsters. On the other side of the tree, we just went full stabbing. We made a stealth and backstabby talent tree that leans into those tropes, fully equipped with throwing knives that you can quick throw while not wielding any weapon. Okay, a stealth ability very reminiscent of the Vermintide Shade. Coherency while not in coherency talents, and mutator packages focused on mobility, headshotting, and dodge dancing. Playing with a stabbing zealot changes the way a team works its way through the mission. The sudden appearance and disappearance of one or more team members becomes a flow that the team has to adjust to. One part acts as the anchor, drawing aggro and directing combat, while relying on stealth build players to strike from the shadows, make that clutch revive, or complete the objective utilizing their unique skills. There are 3 different keystone sets at the bottom of the tree, all unlocking different core passives that are foundational for a build, but plenty of key talents are found higher up. Until Death, together with Holy Revenant, makes up a pair of talents that enable the Zealot to avoid death should it occur, and regain health based on damage output for a duration immediately after. You'll find stat nodes for toughness and wounds, talents that provide damage, mitigation based on wound thresholds, and plenty of either close range or melee focused buffs within the tree. I see. Let's take a look at their abilities. Fury of the Faithful. Dash forward, replenish toughness, gain attack speed for 10 seconds. Your next melee hit has 25%, is a guaranteed critical hit, base cooldown 30 seconds. Pretty good. The 20% attack speed is really, really awesome. Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude. Wield a holy relic that releases pulses of energy every 8 seconds. While channeling, allies in coherency have stun immunity and invulnerability. What? Yo! Each pulse replenishes 45% toughness to allies in coherency. If an ally is at full toughness, they instead gain 20 max toughness up to a total of 100. I am playing this build. I'm going to be the buff zealot. You will survive. I love this. Shroud Field. Enter stealth for 3 seconds. While in stealth, you gain... Why is it shorter than the veteran stealth? Only 3 seconds. What? 100% backstab damage, finesse damage, criticals chance, base cooldown 30 seconds. This would be more like an active stealth. Like, I just really want to backstab this one dude. You know, I just really want to take out this one dude that needs to die. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's pretty cool. But, you know... I don't know, man. Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude. Now that if I could get some cooldown talents, oh, yeah, some cooldown talents. Now that would be the kind of thing that I would need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, Stun Storm Grenade. Throw a grenade that stuns all enemies within its blast radius. This is an augmented version of Stun Grenade with 50% blast radius. Okay. Immolation Grenade. Throw a grenade that leaves a layer of flaming liquid burning and staggering enemies and burning their path. Most effective against unarmored enemies. This is the AoE grenade. Blades of Faith. Consecrated knife to deal high damage to a single enemy. Okay. Very effective against most enemies. Less effective versus Carapace armor. I see. Since it's burn damage, don't know, we'd have to test what the knives can kill, but I would be very interested to know. I would be very, very interested to know how all this runs. So hell yeah, hell to the king, baby. I can't wait for this to drop, you know? Blazing Piety, 15% critical hit chance when in Fury. Fury is triggered when 25 enemies have died within 25 meters. I see. Martyrdom, each missing wound grants 8% melee damage up to 9 missing wounds. Wow, okay. Inexorable Judgment, moving grants you momentum. When you hit an enemy, spend all momentum. Gaining, wow. Dude, Inexorable Judgment is like gonna be the key, man. Wow. Wow. I will take that. I will take that so I can tank straight away. I'm going straight into that tanking shit. Now that's the tree I'm talking about. But this, okay, this one's not as good as the veteran tree. If you look at the veteran tree, right, you can pick any grenade from any path. That was good. This one, if I want to pick the knives, I have to go down knife path. I don't think I can go backwards, can I? Because I have to take one of these. Ah, that's pretty. No, they need to, this is out. They need to rework this. This is not fair. First of all, this is not fair. And second of all, this is limiting my playstyle here. No. I was so happy when I saw this tree. All right. And then you took it all away. This is not right. How come the veteran has a choice of grenade no matter what path they choose? But this is not fair to the Zealot. There's already a class imbalance here. What the hell? No. You're tying the grenade to a specific tree. Please put this node back here and do the same thing. Flexibility, guys. Don't remove flexibility. Add flexibility, okay? Zealot is getting screwed again. Right off the bat. Come on. That's not right. Let us choose our grenade. Yes, I know you wanted to lean into the playstyle, but this is not really how it's supposed to work. If I want to go tanking and then choose a blade, I should be able to do so. If the veteran can, I can. Come on. Just be fair here. Be fair to all classes. This is not right. Okay, I hope they relook at that. Psyker. The release version of our Psyker leaned on controlling the overcharge mechanic of perils by providing dynamic buffs and abilities, granting better management. Brain Burst Blitz encapsulated the design principle of pushing Psyker utility toward the extremes of our design space. The ultimate single target remover of problems, disregarding armor, line of sight, or anything else standing in the way of a kill. The design was all about enabling the use of force powers and the interplay between managing your peril meter. The new Psyker talent tree was envisioned as the most tinker-friendly. The shared resource between weapons and blitzes ties everything together. Since there's plenty of talents that scale and interact with perils, it makes build choices for the Psyker a bit more involved and interesting. Enforcing a layout that encourages this and invites exploration and customization, rather than straightforward progression, was the initial goal. On the blitz side, we have the old Brain Burst, mainly intact with some balance adjustments. We have added 2 new ones, one for crowd control and one for those easily mesmerized by twirly spectacle that is our true flight projectiles, okay? The new Smite Blitz is our crowd control one, a chain lightning that allows the Psyker to stun lock large populations of enemies, holding them in place and pushing them around at will. Okay, for the last Blitz, we did implement an ammo loop in the end. Warp-infused homing missiles that will track and pick targets based on what you're looking at. Have a self-regenerating ammo cap built in. These are modifiers that allow you to lessen the limitations that come with the ammo loop, but at its core, they work best as a burst of extra damage. Ooh. I like that. Okay. Shield ability within the Psyker talent tree. Simple concept. Place a flat shield that blocks enemy shots, but lets you and your ally shots pass. Okay. First of all, why y'all screwing Zealots so bad? And you giving the Psyker King all these abilities? Oh man, I am gonna be the shield of the team. This is sick. But come on, guys, come on. Give the Zealot that freedom, yeah? Okay, combat abilities. Venting Shriek. Unleash a wave of warp energy that staggers enemies in front of you. Quells 50% peril. This was the original Psykinetics route, so now you can scream your enemies away from you. That's awesome. Telekine Shield. Spawns a psychic shield in front of you for 15 seconds. The shield blocks enemy ranged attacks while you and your allies can still shoot through. Base cooldown 40 seconds. Oh my god. Don't worry, my friends. I will be your shield. I like it. Scryer's Gaze. When entering Scryer's Gaze, you gain 10% damage and 20% criticals chance. Every second in Scryer's Gaze, you gain 1% damage up to a maximum of 30%. This effect lingers for 10 seconds after leaving Scryer's Gaze. While in Scryer's Gaze, you build up peril. Build up is temporarily slowed by enemy kills. At 100% peril, Scryer's Gaze ends. Okay. Wait. Sumimasen. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. I don't think I've said it enough. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. Okay, next. Blitz abilities. Brain Rupture. Charge up your psychic power and release it to deal immense damage to a single enemy. Effective against flak and carapace armored enemies. This is an augmented version of the Brain Burst, dealing 50 plus 50% damage. Woo! Okay. Assail. Throw swift homing projectiles in the form of psychic energy. Less effective versus carapace armored enemies. Smite. Unleash a torrent of bio lightning, using primary fire to instantly deal damage and impact to an enemy on release. Okay. Spreading slowly between multiple enemies. Charge up the attack to have it spread between enemies faster. There's a star there. What does this star mean? Where's the star? No, I don't want to quote that. What does the star mean? Well, it doesn't matter. You know what? Smite is the first thing I'm going to check out, because I want them to witness their doom. Oh, Lord. My memories of Dawn of War are coming back. Keystones. Warp Siphon. Killing an enemy or a specialist enemy grants you warp charge. Okay, that's pretty good. Your next combat ability spends all available warp charges to reduce the cooldown of that combat ability by 7.5% per warp charge. So no longer gives damage, which is fair enough. Empowered Psionics. Kills have a 7.5% chance to empower your next blitz. Empowered Brain Rupture. 100% peril cost reduction. Ooh. 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 Man, this is gonna make loadouts so interesting though. Like, dude, people are gonna specialize as one class and like have... Dude, loadouts are gonna be wild, bruh. But this makes it even more important that we need to coordinate loadouts between people, because it's gonna be sick, man. I dig that. Disrupt Destiny. Every second, enemies within 25% have a chance of being marked. Killing marked enemies replenishes 10% toughness, grants 20% movement speed, adds a precision bonus for 15 seconds. Okay. Each precision bonus grants 1% damage. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. Gun Psyker. But maybe Gun Psyker with empowered psionics. Yeah, Gun Psyker. You see, okay, so here, although, you know, there is some limitation, there's still a bit of freedom. I can go here and choose either of these two, or I can go here and choose either of these two. So if I go down from this node, I have freedom. This is what I wanted initially, and I think that this is important, guys. Like, you must give us the freedom to choose our blitz or grenade ability freely for all classes. Okay, Ogryns, the only class that I'm completely uninterested in. Ogryns need to be able to draw aggro because they are designed initially as bodyguards, tankers. So yeah, I'm glad that they are switching that. So now we have a taunt, point blank barrage. Okay, lug around. So this is the gun lugger. Ogryns get some nice end nodes, the 3 keystone talents at the end of talent tree. You can only pick one of them, but each has a bunch of more modifiers after, and they're not like the ability or the blitz. You don't have to do anything to use them. They're always there if you pick them. So Ogryns are like tank buffers, which is really, really cool. Okay, I don't understand much about Ogryns, but I'm sure there are going to be specialists out there that understand this better. In terms of combat abilities, what we're looking at right now is the following. We've got Indomitable. This is your Ogryn charge, all right? So you knock back enemies and stagger them, gain 25% attack speed, 25% movement speed. Charge is stopped on collision with monstrosities. Base cooldown 30 seconds. Loyal Protector. Taunt enemies within 8 meters, making them only attack you for 15 seconds. Okay. That's pretty cool. Point Blank Barrage. Swaps to and reloads your ranged weapon. 25% rate of fire, 70% reload speed for 10 seconds. So they get volley fire, but dangerous. Base cooldown though is 80 seconds, so very interesting. Blitz abilities, Big Friendly Rock. Toss a big rock or hunk of junk at a single enemy. Reduced effectiveness against carapace armored enemies and unyielding enemies. You pick up a new rock every 60 seconds, and you can hold up to 4 rocks at a time. Okay, this is freaking cool. You can just huck a rock at somebody. Bombs Away will throw the box of grenade with great strength and enthusiasm to deal high damage to a single enemy. Hitting an enemy causes the box to break open, releasing 6 grenades around the target. Okay, so now we always release the grenades. That's beautiful. Frag Bomb. Throw an Ogryn-sized frag grenade with a 16-meter blast radius, dealing increased damage at the center. Whoa, okay. Ogryns are gonna have such a good time. Heavy Hitter. 5% damage for 7.5 seconds on heavy attack hits, stacks 5 times. Feel No Pain. You're blessed with 10 stacks of Feel No Pain. Each stack grants plus 2.5% toughness replenishment and damage reduction. Taking health damage removes 1 stack. Stacks are restored every 6 seconds. Wow, okay. This is actually really, really good. Extra damage reduction, toughness replenishment. This sounds really good if you want to be a tanky dude. Burst Limiter Override. 5% chance of triggering Lucky Bullet and not consuming ammo when making ranged attacks. Perfect for the gunlugger Ogryns. I like that. Here, once again, we're seeing that there is some flexibility in grenade choices, but you are kind of pigeonholed into either this way or that way. So, I mean, you could go down both if you wanted to, as shown here. But, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to look at how all of this plays together. But again, I think the Zealot is the least flexible in terms of their grenade. Their grenade seems tied to their main tree. I would really like to see more flexibility. I think the Veteran is the best example of this. But ladies and gents, this is insanity. This is gonna make me come back. And if you are not coming back after seeing this, then I'd say something is wrong with you, man. Ladies and gents, comment, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of all this, because I want to know what you think of all this, okay? I want to know from you guys what you feel about this, how you feeling about it. Are you coming back to Darktide? Because I'm going to be coming back. I hope to see you guys back. I want to see all of you guys back. Okay, let's have some fun on Darktide, because this is insane. You're going to catch me on the Psyker for pretty much the whole first week after this release. I hope to see Xbox people in with the Xbox release. Let's have some fun, because I'm going to show you all the crazy things that we do. All right, ladies and gents, the relaunch of Darktide is here, and it's time we rock. Death before dishonor, and only in death does duty end. We fight for the Emperor. Will I see you in the field, ladies and gents? I should hope so.